Hello, good morning and welcome. It's the 17th of August and it's just coming up to 9:30. And we'll start with the AUD Japanese yen. We've had three straight green candles. We're coming up to a little bit of resistance here. I don't know if we're just going to pop over it. If you go onto a weekly chart, you can see it's been like weekly topping out of candles. It's sort of like a little bit of a turning point here. So, we'll see how much resistance we get there, and if it's actually going to just fall back down, which would be nice. The commercials are 8.57 to 1 short this pair. Sadly, we're above the 50 on the RSI, but it just does seem to be sort of like easing off a little bit now. We'll see what happens. Anyway, move on to the pound New Zealand dollar. Divergence of 8.25 to 1 long for the pair. We saw the big red candle yesterday, bit disappointing, but we've come down now onto just a little bit of support. See if we can just nudge our way back up. I'd like to see the RSI go above the 50, but that's a bit disappointing, that, but still. Euro pound. We've had a nice red candle this morning for the euro pound. I really hope this is topping out here. We've got resistance, monthly resistance just north of here, about 70 pips up. The divergence is 3 to 1 short, and we're just starting to cut the trend line that I've put in. So it's a fairly decent angle down on that. We'll see where the rest of the day goes, but that's my view of the Euro GBP. The USD Mexican peso, it's come down, just a tad of support there. It does seem to be just getting itself up off the bottom again. This has been a bit of a long haul with this pair. The commercials have a long ratio of 2.4 to 1, and the speculators a short ratio of 5.3 to 1. The history is fairly important on that. This is the first time for a long while that the commercials have been long this pair, short the Mexican peso. So USD Japanese yen. We've got commercials have got a short ratio of 2.97 to 1, which is a little bit reduced this week. We've seen a couple of red candles last couple of days, sort of down onto a little bit of support at the moment. I don't know if it's just going to have another little pop long and maybe just hit this 111 mark. I'm going to leave it a couple of days. I'm not getting back into this right now. I'm going to leave it a couple of days, see what happens. But I think it might just pop up again. USD Canadian dollar. We had a little bit of weakness yesterday on the USD. So we have what I believe is a fairly good position to buy at if you're not already in, or you can wait for it to come back above this resistance. We're still below the 50 on the RSI, which I'd like to see move back up. And the commercials along with a ratio of 2.46 to 1. There we go. New Zealand, US dollar. This has come down nicely. It's just popped back up. I'm expecting it to follow back through. We have a commercial short ratio of 7.7 to 1. The speculators have a long ratio of 6 to 1. We're still below the 50 on the RSI. I expect this to sort of move back down. Be interesting to see what the figures are tomorrow for the commitment of traders. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and see you all soon. Cheers, bye now.